Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. Today's adventure, Jax and I are heading up Bear Mountain here in Cranberry Lake. We're starting right from our site here at Cranberry Lake State Park. It's a nice 63-degree day. Should be a good hike day. So let's get going. Alright folks, we're on the trail on Bear Mountain. That way goes back to the trailhead, and we're heading up to Bear Mountain Overlook. Bear Mountain is in the trailhead is in the DEC campground Cranberry Lake. It's on the shores of Cranberry Lake, the mountain is, and Jax and I decided to take a few days, come on up here to the campground. We'll do a campground review also, and we wanted to get in Bear Mountain today. We left this morning. We've already got about 2 miles in, and it's already getting humid. It's supposed to be a cool day, but it's getting humid again. Yesterday was rains, heavy rains all day, but we're going to keep climbing. So unlike most Adirondack communities, Cranberry Lake didn't get its start from lumbering. It was more of a mining community. Benson Mines had set up shop just outside Cranberry Lake, and with the addition of a dam on Cranberry Lake that doubled the size of the lake, logging became more accessible. So in the mid to late 1800s, Cranberry Lake was a booming little community. So when companies such as the Emporium Forestry Company and Rich Brothers Lumbering Company came into Cranberry and Wanakena, Cranberry exploded with stores and churches and hotels, and the summers brought vacationers from the city, and built right here off of Bear Mountain was the Sunset Inn that was built right on Cranberry Lake. And it soon became Bear Mountain Camp, and it was a bustling little community here back in the mid to late 1800s. But like I've mentioned in past videos, the forest fires of the early 1900s really devastated the area, and it devastated Cranberry Lake also. Well, we made it to the Bear Mountain lean-to, and it's not very far from the summit. The summit's right up here. Probably 3/10 of a mile, 2/10 of a mile. But anyways, as I have mentioned in my previous videos about the early 1900 forest fires that devastated the northern Adirondacks, Cranberry Lake suffered the same fate. The lumbering communities here ended up closing up shop and leaving town, and pretty soon the mining started to fizzle out, leaving Cranberry, and the hotels and all the stores and churches here basically closed up. And that's when the state came in and started buying many of the properties here. They bought over 1,100 acres from the Newton Falls paper mill, and the first 15 sites here at Cranberry Lake Park were built in 1935 by the Civilian Conservation Corps. And now it's they have 171 sites there, and it's a pretty decent campground. I'll have a review out on that later. But we're going to, I just gave Jax some water, and because it's starting to get humid out. It's almost probably 10 o'clock or so in the morning, and we still got a little ways to go. So we'll see you at the summit. All right, well, this is the summit of Bear Mountain. Right there is the pin from the USGS marking the summit. But I don't see a lookout anywhere. The trail map had a little offshoot here that I thought might take you to a lookout, but it doesn't. Just takes you over to a rock that you can stand on. Nothing, doesn't look over anything. So we're going to start, it's a loop trail, so we're going to start going back that way, and maybe we'll come out to the overlook on the Cranberry that way. So we'll keep on trucking. Alright folks, well, apparently we just had to hike down the trail a little further for the lookout. This is Bear Mountain Lookout. And you can get pretty good views up here. Way over. There's quite good views. But we have one issue. It has started thundering, and we didn't have a storm in the weather prediction today. They said a chance of rain was like 25%, but it is thundering off in the distance. So Jax and I are going to get off this mountain before whatever's rolling in rolls in. I will say, if you want to do Bear Mountain, it is in Cranberry Lake. The trailhead is in the Cranberry Lake DEC campground. During the off season, you can park at the gate and walk right to the trailhead. During the season, you will have to pay a day pass to get to the trailhead. The trail, definitely hiking boots, no Crocs, no sandals. I've almost went down twice on this trail. Of course, it rained last night, so the trail is slippery, and it is very rooty and rocky and muddy in areas. And the rocks, where there's a rock face that you have to scurry down or up, are slippery, slippery, slippery. But this is the view from the lookout. Imagine on a good sunny day, you'd see quite a ways. And it's still thundering. So we're going to get out of here, get our way down the mountain. I don't think we're too far from the trailhead. And then we'll go find our next adventure. Alright folks, you watched all the way through. Thanks for that. If you liked the video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button down below. Continue to follow the adventure. And remember folks, tomorrow is no guarantee for any one of us. So disconnect from that Wi-Fi, connect to this out here. You won't be disappointed.